guess you got to play 60 minutes. That's what they told me after the game.
So what was the difference between the first and second half?
Oh, I think we wore out a little bit on defense. Couldn't get anything going offensively, and yeah, I think it's a mindset more than anything. They hit a couple plays. We had, what I always look for is we got guys in position to make tackles, and we don't make tackles, and that tells me, we probably wore down a little bit that second half. I would think that's probably what happened.
Considering how beat up your team is, especially on defense in the secondary, are you surprised that you held Houston to 7 in the first half?
Yeah, I thought this defense could play like that all year, and that's kind of the way I envisioned this defense going this year. And I finally got to the point where I spent a lot more time on the defensive side of the ball, and kids played a lot better. The problem is we're so beat up that Pope was out today. We had a lot of guys out. Shaq was out. We haven't had Ajay. Half of those kids that started the season for us. We got 16 kids out with for the season, and I've never been around a team like that. So for what we got left, I thought the kids played hard. They played hard the whole game. It didn't go our way again, and we didn't finish it. But that's just the way it is this late in the year.
Defensively, can you talk about how difficult it is to get your secondary guys doing what they need to do when they're so shorthanded?
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. Guys got to change positions and all that stuff, and then we had Nate Halverson. He was ready to go in the corner, and they ended up putting him back in as a receiver, and ended up hurting his knee. I think he's going to be day to day, but that's just one of those things. We're down to 2 corners, and then you get Greenbrier knocked down for a little bit there, and then one of the other safeties went down. Darren Richardson went down. You're down to, okay, if we get one more guy hurt, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to go grab some guy on the bench that's got a number that fits and throw him in there and tell him don't get beat deep, I guess.
When Greenbauer went down twice, really, in addition to the tackles he makes, isn't part of his responsibility getting people lined up, making the calls?
Oh, no doubt. That was the biggest panic we had. When he went down, it's like, oh, God, we don't, Rich is a little young to be getting that stuff done, and Greenbauer's kind of the general back there in secondary, gets things lined up, makes the checks for the coverages and the fire zones and those kind of things. And, that's scary, really scary. And I'm just glad it wasn't anything real serious.
Coach, in all your years of coaching, have you had, for better lack of words, a season that's been as challenging as this one has been?
No, this is it. I 37 years of coaching, and it's been a challenge. I'm not going to. I'm not going to tell you this has been a bed of roses. It's get it up, play. You come out of those games, you're low. By Tuesday or Wednesday, you got to get the kids up. That's your job. Get them ready to play. One thing I am happy about this team is this team has always been ready to play. We may not finish a game and those kind of things, but from a coaching standpoint, I've had these kids ready to play emotionally, physically, every game. And it's not like, did you see those kids give up today? No. That's really easy this late in the season, just to give up and not even play. This could have been 70-0 if that would have happened. So, I'm really proud of these kids. I love these kids, a good group of kids. And we talked about it last night. Who would you rather have as a teammate? But we're just not getting it done, in the win-loss column, which that's what it is in college football anymore.
When you talk about getting these guys back up in practice in the week leading up to each game, how much of that is what you and your staff do, and how much of that is just the personality, the DNA of the guys on your team?
It's a little bit of both. I'm thinking about maybe becoming a full-time cheerleader after the season. I'm pretty good at that. And either that or I'm going to be one of those motivational speakers. Maybe the corporation that hire me, I go down and give those rah-rah speeches, and they pay me $100,000 for a speech or something. I make those tapes. But no, it's been interesting. But the kids have responded. They don't get down on each other. And, a lot of times you have outfield problems when you go through a season like this. And we haven't had any outfield problems. You get guys in trouble with the law and all that stuff. And that was one of the things that when I took it over that I told those kids that I will not tolerate anything but a good effort, and they've responded.
Is there anything specifically that you can point to on the offense that just wasn't clicking early on?
Well, I was worried about these guys because Houston's always had great speed on defense, and that's a good defense. I look at defenses. Them and Central Florida are 2 of the better defenses in the country, and I was worried about you know, our lack of size and speed versus their size and speed, and it really kind of came true. I mean,
Is that
Matt
right?
did some amazing things to me. I mean, one time he's got the jersey almost pulled off and he came out of there running, and, you know, I was worried about that going in. I thought that's a good defense, and, you know, we're not that caliber right now. I mean, we've been and we will be again, but we're not right now.
Is that what Gaines got in the game to kind of?
You know, I really don't know why Jason had him out. You know, we went a couple, 3, 4 weeks without seeing him, and all of a sudden he's back in the game. You know, you guys are gonna have to ask him that. You know, I've kept this program alive. I haven't really got too involved with the offense. I've tried to maintain the defense, and you know, when I felt like the defense was really slipping, I really walked away from the offense more than anything and let those guys run it. So you'd have to ask Jason.
On Gaines' touchdown, he comes across the middle to make the catch and then sort of ran away from the secondary.
Right.
Are you surprised that he was able to pull away like that?
Not really. I thought he was a great athlete when we recruited him. I mean, I talked to some of the coaches in Texas with Mac Brown, and they were really kicking themselves that they didn't take him. And I think he's that kind of athlete. You know, the next guy in here, I hope he uses him as an H-back or U-back. You know, that's what he is.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.